Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Munoz-Madsen, and today we're reading Ecclesiastes 1 through 6. Welcome to Ecclesiastes. I know I said this about Proverbs, but if you read one book this summer, let it be this one. And it only takes 2 days to read the entire thing. That being said, it is my prayer that no one in this group is really struggling with the meaning of life and or your purpose in life and or depression. Because there are verses in this book that could really make you question life and life's purpose. So again, please reach out to me or a trusted friend or a counselor if there is anything that is really bothersome in these words. I always say this book is not good for baby Christians. Sometimes it takes a little bit of maturity and faith to read through what we're about to read through. So I hope that's clear, and I hope that's a fair disclaimer. Chances are you're more familiar with the beginning of chapter 3 in Ecclesiastes than any other part. Why? Because it is often used at funerals. I challenge you to go to a funeral and not hear or see chapter 3, 1 through 8. Once you look at it, you'll probably know what I'm referencing. But the book in its entirety is much more about how a life without God and Christ is really meaningless. So I'm including a Got Questions link about the book of Ecclesiastes, and this is from the Practical Application. Ecclesiastes offers the Christian an opportunity to understand the emptiness and despair that those who do not know God grapple with. Those who do not have a saving faith in Christ are faced with a life that will ultimately end and become irrelevant. If there is no salvation and no God, then not only is there no point to life, but no purpose or direction to it either. The world under the sun, apart from God, is frustrating, cruel, unfair, brief, and utterly meaningless. That's a quote. But with Christ, life is but a shadow of the glories to come in a heaven that is only accessible through Him. That's what I mean by a little bit of harshness in this book. And I've lived that life. I lived that when I lost my dad, and I can tell you how dark and desperate and upsetting it really is. So I encourage you, if you haven't given your life to Christ, to please do that as well. While a lot of the verses conclude that life is meaningless apart from God, I love verses like this. So I decided there is nothing better than to enjoy food and drink and to find satisfaction in work. Then I realized that these pleasures are from the hand of God, for who can eat or enjoy anything apart from Him? Ecclesiastes 2, 24 through 25. So I concluded there is nothing better than to be happy and enjoy ourselves as long as we can. And people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruits of their labor, for these are gifts from God. Ecclesiastes 3, 12 through 13. Even so, I have noticed one thing at least that is good. It is good for people to eat, drink, and enjoy their work under the sun during the short life God has given them, and to accept their lot in life. And it is a good thing to receive wealth from God and the good health to enjoy it, to enjoy your work and accept your lot in life. This is indeed a gift from God. Ecclesiastes 5, 18 through 19. Surely those verses can make us feel better about enjoying the good things on this earth that God has given us. And those are some of my favorite things to do. Go to dinner with friends, and it says drink. Of course, it means in moderation and not drunkenness, but to enjoy the good gifts God has given us. My dad was all about that. He was a very slow eater, and he would say, why rush the finer things of life? And I love that. Surely those verses can make us feel better about enjoying the good things on this earth that God has given us. And I hope you agree. So instead of getting down about life is meaningless apart from God, we can be excited about enjoying the things that God has gifted us with. Tomorrow is Ecclesiastes 7 through 12. Happy reading. How would you like to see the ministry of the Apostle Paul firsthand? I'm sharing more about our upcoming trip to Greece, and you can join us. On the 6th day, we will arrive in Piraeus, Athens, early in the morning, and after breakfast, you disembark and begin your trip to scenic Delphi, one of the most beautiful places on the face of the earth, which in antiquity was believed to be the navel of the world. Walk on the sacred way to see the Athenian treasury, the temple of Apollo, where the oracle delivered her ambiguous prophecies, and the theater. Also visit the museum with its splendid collection of ancient works of art. continued to Kalambaka, which has particularly impressive scenery. We hope you'll join us on this incredible trip to Greece in 2025.